Hello and welcome to another Ready-Made Gaming GOAT format gameplay video. Today we have Recruiter Chaos going up against GOAT Control. So Wyatt is playing Recruiter Chaos, I am playing GOAT Control. Wyatt's opening hand is Dust Shoot, Mirror Force, Magician of Faith, Asura Priest, and Shining Angel. I don't know what my opening hand was, I missed it there. So Recruiter Chaos gets its name from the creatures that it plays in Shining Angels, Mystic Tomatoes, and Chaos Monsters. There we go, we get Dust Shooted here. DD Warrior Lady looks pretty good. Why would you take Magician of Faith here? He might just have another backup creature. Here we go. Metamorphosis right off. To go get a Thousand Eyes Restrict with the Sinister Serpent. Yeah, I think Magician of Faith was the least threatening of those creatures, especially because if you don't want to set with Recruiter Chaos, you just don't have to. Rummaging around, finding a TER, there it is. And 14 back at you. There's no need to set Mirror Force. A, you don't want to extend into Heavy Storm, and B, they can't attack with any creatures as long as you control a face-up Thousand Eyes, so they'd have to have a Tsukuyomi to flip it down to get an attack in. Tomato. Creature swap. This is weird. Okay, so at least the tomato dies. Then you get Tomato's effect. I believe the creature detaches from Shining Angel. The Thousand Eyes remains. So this deck you can get Mystic Tomato, Sangin, New Doria with your tomatoes, whereas your light targets for Shining Angel are just DD Warrior Lady, other Shining Angels, and Magician of Faith. Alrighty, so set a spell or trap, probably pretty clearly Mirror Force. Get Sinister back. I can attack with Thousand Eyes. That probably won't do too much because that creature does not have any attack power. So we said you can't change battle position. There we go. So Wyatt sets a card, presumably a Magician of Faith. Draw go. Chaos Sorcerer, I guess to banish the Thousand Eyes? Okay. It's kind of aggressive. I probably wouldn't have brought the Sorcerer out in attack mode if I... Oh, you can't attack. You activated the effect. Probably wouldn't have brought out the Sorcerer in attack mode. Probably would have gone Sangin in attack mode, flip the Magician, get back creature swap, attack for 13 with the Chaos Sorcerer in defense. So a knock hits the Magician of Faith. I'll exile the copies from my deck. Wyatt will exile the copies from his deck. And DD Warrior Lady runs into and banishes Sangin, still leaving the Chaos Sorcerer on the battlefield. So either we are supremely confident in our ability to kill that Chaos Sorcerer, which seems kind of loose in a format with Heavy Stormbreaker and Space Typhoon if you're relying on traps. It might have been better to just attack and crash the DD Warrior Lady into Chaos Sorcerer. Well, there's the Mirror Force. So I am incapable of figuring out how that card economy went. So for Metamorphosis, creature swap, tomato for tomato, Shining Angel goes to the bin, Chaos Sorcerer comes out, banishes TER. Yeah, I don't know. I am incapable of that type of algebraic equation. So now we're considering our plays here, talking about different options. And that's one thing that's fun about GOAT. You play long enough to actually figure out if your decision and your thinking was right or wrong. Be great if I would make a play here. Considering pass. And that is usually how it goes. Break or break. I always try to set heavy storm. I probably should stop doing that quite so often. It bites me more often than it really gets there. There's a lightning vortex discarding a sinister serpent and a spirit reaper for a direct attack. Get the mirror force. So card advantage wise, we're both relatively even. I have 4 cards, 2 on the battlefield, 2 in hand. Wyatt has 3 cards. It looks like maybe 4, but it looks like 3. And a Star Priest, and an attack. Setting a card. Space that face down. Sinister gets in again. Takes a DD Warrior Lady, not the Asura Priest. We obviously wanted the Asura Priest. So instead of losing the Asura Priest to the Spirit Reaper attack, even by getting in 1400 damage, Wyatt elects to set it. Asura Priest has 1200 defense, so there's not a whole lot that we can do. As far as attacking with Sook, excuse me. It would be possible for Nobleman to take out that Asura Priest, which I think I would be in favor of. Looks like we finally got Sinister back, so we'll have something to set. Grace. Tomato Ring is terrifying. It tells me it could be a Chaos Monster, probably. Yeah, that's the only thing you would take over a ring here, I think. Yep, actual factual chaos monster. Banish. We might just die to the BLS here. Soak it down, cross it out. Attack for 11. Dust. No goats. Shining Angel, 14. We're gotta be getting pretty close to dead here. Check the graveyard for the 35th time. Just a set monster. That's kind of loose in the face of someone. Oh wow! Look at that! Look at that rip. Could have been game last turn, I think, if he just summoned Priest. Now he's summoning Priest. Does that get us? Yep. That should. We should be getting very, 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 very dead to close. Very close to dead here. Took a couple of 14s. An additional 14. I mean, maybe not. I don't think we duoed. Alright, Tribute Sanguine for Parshath. Get a search here. We know the DD Warrior Lady's already gone. Everything left should just be a Shining Angel. So we got extra cards here. There's definitely a chance. Definitely a chance. BLS is already gone. It's even out of the range of cards like Premature Burial and Call of the Haunted. It's in the exile zone. Oh, wow. That's a card. That might elicit a concession unless I can break out of it this turn. There's no way I can take the additional 19 just a couple of times. Yes, so that is a concession. No lights. Oh, it's not a concession. It's, yeah. No, it is a concession. Excellent. Yeah, that game was a beating. That game was a full beating. And the recruiter deck didn't really do anything especially powerful, you know? That was just a well played game by Wyatt. On to game 2. See if we get some opening hands here. Wyatt opens Delinquent, Crossout, Mirror, Torrential, and Breaker. I open Morphing Jar, Anti-Parshath, Spirit Reaper, Scapegoat, and Space Typhoon. Well, Wyatt should win this game quite handily unless Morphing Jar actually gets to resolve for full effect. All right. Well, Morphing Jar is our first casualty from Delinquent Duo. I'll get rid of a Scapegoat myself. Keep some more stable 1-for-1 cards. Generally speaking, you can play a longer game and survive. Space Typhoon here. What do we get? We get a Torrential. Summon a Spirit Reaper. Try to get back that card advantage. 5 is a reroll. 4. Take Priest. Do we have a back row? We do not. Well, with the light in the graveyard, things get relatively complicated for my opponent. I could have a BLS. A Spirit Reaper's already there. You kind of have to deal with the Spirit Reaper. Sure. 16 I take. Soak it down. Run into a Mirror Force. Looks like I kind of had a read on that Mirror Force, just had my cards ready to be carted off to the bin. Now, if we contribute for Parshath here in Wyatt's position and then just BLS, I feel like you just take the 4 or 5K. Okay, here's a Pot of Greed. Snatch Steal for Parshath. Attack you. Draw. Kind of on the comeback trail here. Is this a creature swap? Banish the Light in the Dark. BLS. Oh wow. This is 8K by itself. Ponder. Consider. Look at top card. Die. Yeah, that was a tough game. That was a beating. A beating delivered by the Recruiter Chaos deck. That was that really showcased the power of creature swap, and yeah, Wyatt really played an excellent game there. So, well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you